All right, gang, so today I'm talking about the time I was actually in a gang. This was right after I crossed the border from Mexico. I moved to Maryland. I couldn't find a job, so was homeless for a couple of years. During that time, I got super buff because I had nothing else to do. One time I saw the dudes beating up a guy, so I stepped in to defend him. It turned out that dude I saved had robbed the guys to make money for his gang. His name was Pablo, and he was from Colombia, and his gang was called Niggas Incorporated, and he had joined the gang recently, so his rank was very low. I needed money, so I decided to join the gang. The next few years, I was rising up the rank, and because I'm able, expanded the gang in the entire northeast of the United States. He said I was actually more popular than the gang leader, Tupac, so I killed him and took over the gang, and nobody complained, so things just ran as usual. But the new President Kennedy was on my, so I had to send my boy Steve Harvey to take him out, and we made it look like it was some random white guy law. I made my boy Pablo my right-hand man, but then somebody got shot, so I was so sad that I hired some guys to fly a plane into the Twin Towers to honor Pablo, but he somehow survived, so I guess that was for nothing all. I think it was around September 2001 when a rival gang called White Guy Incorporated tried to kill one of our high-ranking gang members, so we had to get revenge. We knew their main location was in Eastern Canada, so we went there and spent a couple of weeks looking for their lair. And when we found it, we tried to get in and teach their leader a lesson, but considering the fact that it was an all-white people gang, we stuck out like a white guy, except me for some reason. I actually managed to blend in really well. I don't know why. Since we couldn't get in like that, we had to figure out another way. So first we tried digging into the leader's base, but we realized that would take years, so we gave up after just 2 years of digging. Next, we tried to travel back in time to couple our, after the base was being built, to the exact location where the boss headquarters were, but it was just dirt back then, so we suffocated. After we responded, we had no more ideas, so we just decided to keep digging, but when we got there, their leader had died of old age, so we took that as a victory and we went home. The reason people call me Joe Biden is because that's my gang name. My real name is actually Xavier Jimenez. I had to change it because it was a very common name for gang members, and I had to stand out, so I changed it. One time when I was on vacation in Brazil, Pablo called me and told me that some German guy was talking shit about me and my boss, so I called my boy Stalin, and since he me a favor, he took out this German ass. Then another time we were low on money, and so we had the idea to steal the Declaration of Independence and sell it back to the government. So we followed the map, and it led us to Nevada. We were at the exact coordinates where the map was pointing to, but there was nothing there, so we gave up. But a week later, Pablo watched some pirate movie and the treasure and the map was buried, so we went back to the spot and started digging. After a while, we fell into a big-ass hole. At the bottom, we saw this guy got some dumbass riddle and said he would only let us have the treasure if we got his riddle right. So logically, we beat the shit out of him and took the chest he was holding, but inside it was just some gold. It turns out that map wasn't for the Declaration of Independence. It turns out that's in Pennsylvania. At this point, we were tired, so we didn't even bother to steal it. Then I met this guy called Al Capone, and he decided to join the gang. He wasn't black, but me and the rest of the gang decided to make an exception. This dude made so much money and got so powerful. He thought he could overthrow me, but then I snitched on him to the CIA, so they got him. During my time as a gang member, I had a lot of assassination attempts, most of which I survived. By far the goofiest one was when someone that wanted to kill me put a conveniently placed banana on my table. I fell for the trap and tried to, so I almost died, but thankfully my dove was there to save me. Another time someone tried to kill me by putting rat poison in my ice cream, but I'm not a rat, so it obviously didn't kill me. Whoever thought that I'm a rat is a dumbass. The same day that I survived that banana, someone tried to kill me by replacing the ice cream in my fridge with a tiger. I'm obviously stronger than a tiger, so beat the shit out of him. Like little bro, didn't even stand a chance. A couple years later, I had so much money, so I decided to buy a boat for me and the rest of the gang. We wanted to go to Antarctica to chill with some penguins, but we kept sailing and we didn't find anything. You guys might not believe this, but Antarctica doesn't really exist. It isn't really there. So now we were lost and out of food. We had nothing to eat, so we started eating the boat. After the while, we crashed into a giant desert island. There were a lot of big-ass birds, or some were rabid human mutants. We saw this as a chance to profit, so we started betting on kangaroo fights, and your boy made $8 million. We stayed for so long that all the kangaroos died of old age. We had them dead. Nothing to do, so we went home. Bitches, money, and gang fights. That was just life for about 25 years. But then something horrible happened. The group chat leaked, and I went on trial. After a long trial, I was found guilty for racial hate crimes, murder, assault, sexual assault, pedophilia, committing war crimes in Yugoslavia. I'm not reading the rest of this. Is like 50 pages. CEO. Oh, and I almost forgot. This video, it's a joke, and I'm definitely not the same Joe Biden that is wanted for racial hate crimes, murder, so sexual assault, pedophilia, committing war crimes in Yugoslavia. No, I'm not reading the rest of this. It's like 50 pages. You heard that, CIA? It's not me.